representing the legendary Al Davis, and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Seattle Seahawks and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
We really do marvel at the way he can wiggle himself out of tough situations, almost like a wizard out there. Sure, some are probably of his own doing, as he loves to extend plays and improvise. But if someone misses a block...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's second and long. They'll throw it. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 35 out of that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
For a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
To throw here on first down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Raiders first down. First and 10.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
He's going to throw it again. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
First down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Jency can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. Gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Gay with the point after. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Seahawks nothing.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, this is Charbonnet. Running their full steam ahead, but they ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On second down, a run with Charbonnet. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Connection made to Shaheed. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play fake, Darnold. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. He's got Smith-Njigba for the catch. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. One of the tight ends motions right. Charbonnet can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play. From the gun, Darnold. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. Myers' kick is good, and they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're on good flakes. Now they've got 3rd down.
The receiver, the ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from the 43. Genty from the gun. Shoots away from one. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Another give here to Genty. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A pickup of 17. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
You know, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's got a man left. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
He was taken down at the
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to Genty. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Seahawks sending out the dime look here ahead of this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Gay's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. 1st and 10, Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. He keeps it and takes off. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Complete over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Nickel set here from the Raiders. Third down. Throw here. Third down. Donald hit, and he fumbles it. And this is going to be Raiders football.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Look at the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They kick the running back in motion. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hauled in, again it's Bowers. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
We've set it downs from 37. 1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he's stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Dive play straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the
That's what I call a nice
line.
tendency buster right there. Works to the tune of a new set of downs. Really got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
On 1st down, Genty. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll call his own number. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
Tackle made back
It's
at the
easy for me to say
22-yard
up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a 4th down decision to make.
4th down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Gay's kick is good. And they will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Seahawks offense running out now. They're down 10 as they take over. We've got a 13-3 ball game. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. Kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. It'll be 3rd down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Working now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. Escapes the defender. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
A gain of 4.
Now Seattle going to call it
It's
second
now second
timeout.
and 6.
And they still
At
have
the
one in their pocket
24-yard
for what's
line.
left of this half. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
From the red zone now. He shovels this one forward. And he's tackled for no gain. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. His first kick was good. His second look from 35 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Kicker had the easy part on that one, Kate. He just had to knock that short one through. It really was his teammates who did the difficult job setting that kick up while also making sure there was not much time left on the clock.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Set to kick off.
Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first.
At their own 26-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Smith and Jigba. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. This is Charbonnet heading right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold finds Charbonnet underneath. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
On the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Genty. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Man in motion here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. Ball in the left hash for this 41-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. He's at the 30. And he is gone. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game.
16. Seahawks 13.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Tucker now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Running from the pistol here with Genty. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go. He has it on the QB sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. And off to Genty. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Go right side, finds Bench. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Raiders are going to have the 1st down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
So 1st down from the 41. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Going left side, Bowers has it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Giving this to Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's about 43 yards for him. Gay's kick is good, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold off the play action. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And he makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A gain of 7.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Here's Charbonnet. And that's a stop. The offense stayed out there on 4th, but now they're headed off after they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
Here's a design run. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage. Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Now the Raiders are readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. On the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First and 10 from the 32. Now they send their back in motion right. Donald with a quick pass out wide. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs too.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Setting him on the dive. Only able to get back to the line on that first down, so no gain.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Taken down by
some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And this one doesn't go far.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks come through to tie it in the 4th. Jackson, Smith and Jigba with the touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Raiders 19.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Tucker now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He puts some juice on a deep, big game downfield. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Now a big two-point try coming for these Raiders.
The Raiders will line up.
They send a man in motion.
Conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Catches it at the 1. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th.
Matt Gay set
Here's
the
Gay now to
kickoff.
handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. He'll get this to Cobb. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To Cooper Kupp. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Darnold. Short pass brought in. This is a nice gain, nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
A gain on the play. And the
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
They've got first down here from the 36. Charbonnet now up the middle. Get some space around midfield. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Seahawks
Offensive
first
coordinators
down.
tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, Darnold. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Play fake, Darnold. Cut for big yards on the right side. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. A gain of 26 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas.
At the 6-yard
Seahawks
line.
losing by 7. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Trying to throw this from the gun. Catch made. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. First call here coming from the shotgun. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Setting up to pass. Brought in by his back here, it's Shenty. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
39-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here he is to throw. Steps up, and he's running with it. And wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts.
First and 10.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 46-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're throwing it. Hits his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Here's Genty running right. He has room past the 25. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. On now is Matt Gay with a kick to decide this game. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.